Hey everyone, it's Teresa from Mealy's Way. Just checking in with you guys. I do want to let you know that we don't have any travel videos coming up anytime really soon because we're not traveling right now, but I am in Mealy today to talk to you about my fear of driving on highways, which is something that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about for a while. So here we go. So back in 2005, my mother was sick. She passed away from cancer up in Ohio. We would take a lot of trips from basically the Charlotte area up to near Springfield, Ohio. And even though that didn't really bother me as much, I didn't do a lot of that driving. My husband was doing that driving, but I think right after my mother died, you know, people go into these like depressions and stuff like that. Me, I get anxiety. I start cleaning. But after my mom passed away, we ended up buying a house. We had it built, and we lived in Charlotte at the time, this tiny little house, like less than 1,000 square feet, 2-bedroom, 1-bath. And we ended up buying this house that we live in now in Fort Mill, and we had it built. So my kids at the time, my daughter was in middle school, starting 6th grade, and my son was starting kindergarten. And I would pick them up after school around 2:33, and that's when you have your little lunchtime crash where like you've eaten lunch and then you're kind of sleepy and all that stuff. Well, I would take the kids and pick them up from school and jump on I-77 South to Fort Mill, South Carolina, which really isn't very far, probably like 15 miles or so on the interstate. I would take them down, and I would get really sleepy in the car, like so tired. And it would start hitting me. I was like, oh my gosh, what happens if I pass out? What happens if I get sleepy and just fall asleep while I'm driving? I'm gonna like kill my kids and kill everybody on the road. And it really scared me. So I felt like taking side roads or back roads kept me more alert. There were, you know, stop signs I had to go through or stop at, traffic lights, things that could slow me down where I had to pay attention so I wouldn't be so sleepy. So I started doing that, and I did that for the whole entire time we built the house. And after we moved into the house, I continued to get scared, and I basically just did not even drive on the highway anymore. I actually had an incident where Keith got bit by some ants, and we had to take him to the hospital, and we started driving up the highway. I was driving. I freaked out, pulled over on I-77 and made him drive with his eyes like this wide open because they were so swollen to the hospital to get there. It freaked me out, and it was something that I just kind of had to live with for years. But and today's the 1-year anniversary of it. Today is August 21st, 2020. On August 21st, 2019, I had a job interview for a company that I absolutely loved working for. I don't work for them anymore because I ended up getting phased out. But August 19th, 2019, I had to drive from near Charlotte to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which is about a 3.5-4 hour drive. And the majority of it is state routes, not interstates. It was always interstates that freaked me out. For some reason, state routes were okay, but I knew I was gonna have to get on a little bit of interstate for that, and I was nervous. I wanted my husband to take me, but he couldn't. He was working. It was a 4-hour drive. I was gonna have to spend the night. He couldn't take 2 days off work, and I had to suck it up. I had to learn how to drive on a highway and just get through this fear. So what I did was, and I'll show you the videos of me getting there and how freaking nervous I was, and also me getting home. And although you can still tell I'm nervous, I'm a lot more relaxed at that point. But, okay, I made it. Woo, so I don't drive highways, or at least I didn't. And I drove from Fort Mill to Myrtle Beach. I actually used to live in Myrtle Beach. I'm in Myrtle Beach. Can you see Myrtle Beach? Anyway, I'm in a parking lot. Anyway, I'm at a hotel. I made it. I really did very well until I got to where 501 splits off and you go to 22 and then you take 31, and that was like, oh my God. It was like being on 485. But I did it. I made it. I might still try to go back that way too, just because I got to prove to myself I can do it. But I made it. I made it in like just under 4 hours. Whew. I need a drink. I don't want to drink, but I feel like I need a drink. Anyway, I'm at Broadway at the beach, so I'm going to calm down a little bit
get myself together and see if there's a different way I can get home and just go up 501, because that was a lot easier than doing that 22 thing and that 31 thing. I didn't like that. But I made it. Yay! So don't let your fear stop you. Scarlett, are you happy I'm home? Did you miss me? Guess what? I made it home. Yay! I made it home. I think I've cured my driving phobia, at least for the back road type interstates. I still have to work on like the regular interstates, like the 485, 77, that kind of stuff. But I made it. I made it in 3 hours and 45 minutes. I'm so happy. But I'm still gonna have a glass of wine when my niece gets here. Yay!
But when I had to make that drive, I was thinking, how am I going to get myself there? How am I going to do it? So there were a couple things that I watched, and God knows I love YouTube. I watched this guy, and I'll link these below. I watched this guy who did this like hypnosis meditation thing where he would over and over say, I am a calm and confident driver. I am a calm and confident driver. And I gotta tell you, that thing worked. It worked. So I did that. And I also watched this girl, and again, I'll link that one too. I can't remember her name, but she was awesome, where she also had a fear of driving on highways. But she conquered her fear, I guess took her baby steps. And at the time I was watching, she was doing a road trip around the United States on highways, freeways, interstates. So she did it too. Let me tell you, it was nerve-wracking getting down to Myrtle Beach and nerve-wracking getting home. But I did it, and I pushed myself. And when I got that job, it was in Charlotte, and I had to take 77. And sometimes I'd leave an hour before I had to be there, just so I could take my time. And if I was gonna have a freak out, I could exit and take a back road. But I really did keep myself on the highway as much as I could, and I really learned to just get through that fear. But we got Mealy. We got this RV in October of 2018. And although it was 2019 before I started really driving on the highways again, I was determined to learn how to drive on the highway. I do still want to learn how to drive Mealy himself, but I follow behind. I do what they call chasing. Keith drives the RV, and I follow behind in my Volkswagen Beetle, my little bug. And that's how we can get like out and about and see the local areas, because the RV, like once you move it and you park it, you just want to keep it there because it's kind of a pain, and it's not a travel trailer, it's a full motorhome. So I really wanted to learn to get on the highways so we could travel in this RV as much as we wanted to, and that is what we have been doing. You've seen the videos where Keith was driving through the Smoky Mountains and I was following behind. And I mean, I basically went from hardly being able to drive a highway to going in the mountains and stuff. Now, my one fear that I still have to conquer is driving on the highways in the rain. I don't like it. I don't think many people do, but I'm just gonna get there. I'm gonna get there whatever way I can and however long it takes me, but hopefully sooner than later. But I just wanted to let you guys know that if you have a fear of driving on highways and you have the motivation to get through that fear, and you get a little bit of help like those videos that I have used, you absolutely can get through that fear as well. And there are other fears that I have that I will take baby steps to get through. It's all a process, but this was a big one, huge one for me, because I didn't drive on highways for over a decade. So it can be done. You can get there. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Also, it's a good thing nobody's been walking back here, because that would have really freaked me out. But yeah, I also want to let you guys know, we're good with the driving on the highway. Not traveling anytime really soon, but if we do, I'll throw some videos up. In the meantime, I also have a new channel that I started. I'm obsessed with cleaning. I always have been. You probably saw the video that I posted, the too many storage containers, where we were setting up this RV, and I can also link that one as well. But I've started a channel called Tidy with Teresa, and you will see me doing a lot of cleaning, and they're called kind of time-lapse, like my storage containers one was too, and I think they're kind of cool. So they kind of help you motivate to clean and declutter. So I will also link that channel as well. But anyway, love you guys. I will see you soon. Hopefully I can get a new video posted relatively soon. We just kind of need to travel, so we'll do that when we can. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.